Hello friends, my name is Theo, and today in this exciting Masonry Media tutorial, we're going to be going over a basic technique to help make your videos really pop and give you a lot of control in post, especially if you have a director over your shoulder who's wanting very specific things to happen that maybe they didn't have time to do on set. We're going to be using the qualifiers in Davinci Resolve to make this happen. So if you like seeing stuff like this, be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and here we'll go ahead and get started. So we've got this lovely shot of Allie here, but we want a little more control over this. So we'll start making some different qualifications here. So the first thing we want to do is she's lit well, but my sort of commercial color spraying wants her to be just a little bit brighter. So with Alt-S, we'll add a new node. You can also do right-click, add node, corrector, and drag that in, or go up to color, nodes, add serial node, and see it says Alt-S. So down here we'll go to our qualifier tab, and we can just click and drag across Allie's skin. See, now we've got a nice selection of her skin tone there. And then in order to soften this out, we'll just go and bring this denoise up a little bit. If we play through, we can use a little more denoise. We're not going to do too much, so we can go with, a little bit of a noisy key here. So that's looking pretty good. We're getting some of this ground in here too, but that's not too big of a deal. And now with this, we can go ahead and bring our gain up some just to give her a little more highlights, and we'll also increase the saturation a bit. Give her a little more life, and that's a little too much gain. So there, that's looking good. Now you can see, with just that little bit, we've made a dramatic difference to the shot. Now, we're not even done with it yet. So there's a couple different ways we can do this next thing. We can hit Alt-S to add another serial node, and that'll work totally fine, but it will be reading the changes that we made from this previous one. So the corrections that we've made here will influence our key. So another way to do this is to hit Alt-P or Alt-L for either a parallel or a layer node, which you can also view up in our color nodes, add parallel node, add layer node. I have videos on both parallel and layer mixer nodes, so those go a little more in depth, but basically a parallel node will mix all of the changes together, and a layer node will add the changes on top of each other. So in this case, we're just going to use a parallel node because it's fine if things mix together a little bit, and you see these are both referencing the same source. So we'll be able to get a nice clean key, and now let's key her shirt out some. So Shift H to go into highlight mode. You see this is a nice easy key here as well. Add some denoise. And now what do we want to do? You see her shirt's blending into the background a little bit, sort of skewing a little bit purple. So maybe we can bring that back. Getting some green, sort of clean out that black point some. So that's looking pretty nice if you see before and after. Now she's got a lot more separation and just looks a lot cleaner than before. And now we've also got a background here. Since we're making keys anyway, I can hit Alt-P to add another parallel node. You see it automatically adds another input here. And now we can go and do our same thing. We can key the sky here, hit Shift H. And that's looking pretty good. Just get all the background there. And denoise, we can make it nice and soft. And now in this case, we'll go ahead and bring the gamma down some, so it's a little more drama. There we go. Now she's really popping out. That might be a little bit too much. I'm seeing some fringing up here. Oh, it's not too big of a deal. We can maybe bring the saturation down a little bit, and maybe push this a little more towards the blue-green side, so we get that sort of more typical look. And then on top of this is looking a little bit dull for me, just because I tend to like rather bright and colorful images, so just bump some saturation up at the end, and now you can see before and after. And let's go ahead and just solo the corrections here. So click and drag, Control D to disable them all, Control D, and now you can see we get much more drama. And if, things like our skin correction here is a little bit too much, we can go ahead and just bring our gain down. There we go. Now it's looking a little bit nicer. And once again, we can hit Control D. You can see just how much more life we brought to this shot, just completely relighting it and making it so much cleaner looking. And then our little guy at the end. And then, of course, if you want to, I think this looks great as it is, but sometimes it's fun to just play around with little LUTs. So here we're going to use some from the Swiss LUTs pack. You can find it on masonrymedia.com/products. Let's see, I like these cool shadow ones, so you're giving us cool ideas. Like that could be a nice one, cool shadows 05, and then just bring the key output down some, just so we get a little bit. And then if you want a bonus, we can actually take the alpha output from our skin key, and the LUT is only affecting things that, well, right now are our skin, so we need to invert this key input. There we go. Now the LUT is only affecting things that are not the skin. There you can see it's off. Bring it in some. You're just getting some nice little blues down there, especially in our hair. I think that's a nice little look we got there. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something. Hopefully this will give you some more interesting ideas how you can quickly and easily, sort of really bring a lot more production value to your shots for just a little bit of time. You see we did this pretty quick. If you're not talking through it, you can do it even faster. And then since these are all keys, you can copy them to other shots. So it's actually pretty viable to do in production as long as you've got good keys going. So anyway, if you didn't like the video at the beginning, be sure to do that now because you've stuck along this far. So I'm guessing that you didn't hate it. Subscribe to the channel. Check out media.com/products where you can help support the channel or just go ahead and get any of this cool stuff. But anyway, once again, I've been Theo with Media. Have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye.